Hi, everybody, and welcome to Chapel Hill, Tennessee, a nice small town south of Nashville. And the power pack pulling action is going to be incredible this weekend. Two fantastic sessions. The two-wheel drives, four-wheel drives are here. The unlimited modifieds and the turbocharged super stock tractors are all here at the Super Pull of the South. It's the Lions Grand Nationals, presented by Echo Outdoor Power Tools, the right tool. It's all happening here in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Hi, everybody, I'm Doc Riley, Power Pack Motorsports, and coming up, the incredible high horsepower action of NTPA Copenhagen School Grand National Pulling Circuit action. It's all coming up.
Wherever I go, I see money beginning to grow. Well, the world keeps turning, and I'm keeping earning my dough. If you got money, you're really free. If you got money, that's how it be. Well, everyone's your friend, loves you, you will see.
Welcome back. 17 years of pulling action right here at Chapel Hill. The two-wheel drives are coming up, and what a battle it's going to be. LD Nation and Brent Nation taking on the Simon Says pulling team. The Humco pulling team is here. All of the tops are right here in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Super Pull of the South here in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. And we have got the right class if you like motorsports, high horsepower action. It's the two-wheel drive class on a brand new track here at Chapel Hill, Tennessee. The first puller in the class is Keith Long in Long Gone out of Glasgow, Kentucky. He's going to be our test puller. He'll have the option of taking the pull or dropping back into the class. We'll see what happens right now as we bring you the 6,200-pound two-wheel drive class. Long Gone out of Glasgow, Kentucky. We've got a whole crew of top two-wheel drive pullers. Very, very important here. They've changed the track a little bit. They brought some topsoil in to kind of mix up with the tough Tennessee clay that's been so popular down here to pull on. Keith Long Gone, a great southern puller here out of Glasgow, Kentucky, is set to start our two-wheel drive class. 650 cubic inches of pulling power coming at you right now. Great move there by Keith Long and Long Gone as he brings the Luke Eliminator very, very, very close to the 300-foot line. 292 feet, 7 inches. Jack Daniels powered right here. This is Greg Hathaway, 19-year-old puller out of Washington, Pennsylvania, and he's definitely a good one. In years past, he has campaigned the Honkin' Donkey pulling truck, but he sold that. And it's interesting now, this Jack Daniels Chevrolet that comes back up is owned by Humco. Bill Humphrey, who's been around pulling for a number of years, has teamed up with Art and Greg Hathaway. Art Hathaway, the father, Greg, the driver. He's got the green flag. Jack Daniels sponsored. Here comes Greg Hathaway. Greg Hathaway takes the lead with 294 feet. Well, Art, you guys have just taken over the lead. Looked like a pretty good run. Looked like the weight was right, too.
Yeah, we thought the side of the track over here was harder. That's why we ran it over here. We thought it'd be better than that loose side over there.
Well, it'll be interesting because you've got the spike coming out in just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's quite a while. The track will be a lot different by the time it gets here.
All righty, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Art Hathaway, the Humco pulling team, as they take over the new lead with Jack Daniels. Next up, sharp-looking 1934 Ford Roadster. This is Earl Henderson out of Stewartstown, Pennsylvania. This is a sharp-looking truck. He calls it the Papa Bear. Now, you will notice where Earl Henderson is going to put this tough-running Ford, right about at mid-track. And we're going to see a whole lot of different approaches, many different approaches, to this particular class right here.
Earl Henderson, Stewartstown, Pennsylvania, the Papa Bear pulling team.
Earl Henderson gets the green flag. He needs to go past 294 feet to take the lead, and here he comes. tell you, Earl Henderson takes the lead, 299 feet and 6 inches, half a foot away from the full pull. Our track is probably coming around. As the sun goes down, the moisture starts coming up out of the track, and I can tell you it's definitely cooling off just a little bit. 90-degree temperatures today, and the humidity has made it kind of uncomfortable for everybody, including myself. But I got to tell you, it's going to be coming around right here. The track will start coming back up, and we're going to have a power pack pull. Next up, this is Gary Saline out of Farley, Iowa. Gary, for a number of years, was a great four-wheel drive competitor. And I've got to tell you something interesting here. He's pulling for the Simon Says pulling team. Now, these guys out of Farley, Iowa, used to run two-wheel drives and four-wheel drives. But now they're concentrating everything on the two-wheel drive class. Miller High Life Express, a 1934 Ford delivery van. A sweet-looking machine, sponsored by Miller High Life. And Gary Sellin, who used to pilot the Red Hot and the Wildfire four-wheel drive trucks, gets a ride here in a two-wheeler. Here he comes, Miller High Life Express. 293 feet, not close to the lead, but I got to tell you, Roger Simon, if we can get a word with you right there, what about that particular pull here out of the Ford?
Oh, he was doing good till about 250 foot, and I don't know if he bad spot. The motor went upstairs and everything. He just lost traction about 250. I don't know if he didn't have enough gear in it or what, but too much power the way it looks to me.
Well, you guys got another chance. Good luck to you. We'll let you get ready. He'll be back in the Simon Says pulling team. Second entry. That, a tough run and dodge. That'll be coming up. Roger Simon out of Farley, Iowa in the Dodge 650. Keith Black coming at you right now. And again, Roger Simon and Gary Sellin are both trying to capture that #1 position. They are the current point leaders right now, and they've got these Keith Blacks singing. We'll see what happens as he spots the sled a little bit closer to the right side, but still not too far away from that center of the track. Green flag is out for Roger Simon. Gate, a full pull for Roger Simon out of Farley, Iowa. Roger, you take over the lead in the class, 303 feet. 3 more feet than you needed.
Yes, we're real happy with that pull. We wish the other truck would have did a little better, but that's the way it goes. We had to make a lot of adjustments, and I feel we made the right ones, and I hope it's good enough.
Well, it's interesting that most everybody has come to the center of the track. Do you think that'll continue to happen?
Oh, I think people will be jumping all over all night because I don't know if there's a good track, you know. Everybody's to their own. This track, it's about even all the way across, so if somebody feels the sideline's better, they'll be jumping there.
Roger Simon out of Farley, Iowa, leads the class right now, 303 feet. Up next, boy, I like this guy right here, 1928 Ford T-Bucket. This is Dr. Wayne Roush, Ph.D. Wayne Roush out of Dublin, Ohio, was a Ohio State University agri-science professor. But he came to a tractor pull a couple of years back and decided, boy, I'd really like to retire and do that. And Wayne has had a full life of this particular motorsport. Now, the amazing thing is that Wayne Roush believes that this truck can be a winner consistently, and it only has 541 cubic inches inside of it. He believes the less cubes, he's going to be able to transfer the horsepower quicker to the track, and we'll see what happens. This T-Bucket can really move. Here comes Wayne Roush. With a pretty good move right there, but I got to tell you, he didn't have the weight quite right enough up front. It had a tendency to bounce a little bit, and the man from Dublin, Ohio is going to be up there, but not into the pull-off situation yet. We're just about halfway through our two-wheel drive class. Roger Simon leads as he goes out the gate at 303 feet, but still lots of tough two-wheel drive competitors yet to come. We'll see what happens. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Lions Grand Nationals presented by Echo Outdoor Power Tools. Well, what's happened here is very simply Roger Simon found the right groove on the track to put him into the lead with a 300-foot full pull. Now, Greer Hamilton out of Lancaster, California, in a 1988 Chevrolet Corvette body Ford power plant, 650 cubic inches, Allen Root Boss Ford motor underneath that Chevy body. We'll see what happens with the man from Lancaster, California right now. He's had some clutch problems in the past couple of weeks, but he hooks it right now. The engine just doesn't sound right. There's something banging in there, but he's going to have to give it a try as he's going to get set to get the green flag from Dale Wolf here in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. The 88 Corvette California Blast. The distance for Greer Hamilton, 294 feet and 3 inches. Another good puller out of the great American South. This is Preston Porter in a 1978 Chevy Love. Definitely a very, very tough running competitor right here. Calls it the Fireman's Express because he spends part of his time as a volunteer fireman. Preston Porter has pulled to the Grand National the past couple of years. Lexington, Alabama is where he makes his home. Preston Porter, Fireman's Express, 1978 Chevy Love. Preston Porter. Good hook by the Alabama competitor right there. The Fireman's Express, Preston Porter. Next up, this is LD Nation out of Pleasant, Kansas. LD is a Grand National champion in the year 1989. Well, in 1990, they kept it in the family as his son Brent Nation scored a Grand National points championship. They are really trying to make it happen this year. LD is involved in the mining business, but during the summer, he comes Grand National pulling on the Copenhagen School Grand National pulling circuit. As we see where he spots the sled right here, Roger Simon mentioned earlier the fact that everyone's going to have their own little place to put the sled, and here comes LD. 299 feet, .42. That's the distance for LD Nation. Not close enough to take over the lead, or at least force a pull-up with Roger Simon. Wayne Roush out of Dublin, Ohio, in his little red truck. Always a battle for Wayne because the little red truck and the yellow T-bucket are always in hard-fought contention. Roger Simon, the captain of Simon Says Pulling Team, is the only person out at 300 feet. And we'll see right now if the man from Dublin, Ohio can make it happen. Boy, cut loose right there for Wayne Roush, and everything broke loose. As he came back to 250 to 260 feet, he jerked very, very quickly back into the center of the track. And now Wayne Roush with a bump and a jerk right there. Something definitely broke loose, and a tough, tough break for the man from Dublin, Ohio. Brent Nation is up next out of Pleasanton, Kansas, the 1990 NTPA Grand National Champion. We're going to see what happens right here. We saw his father, LD, hook moments ago, and almost an identical vehicle. This is a 1928 replica of the T-bucket. Now, many of these competitors go with the bucket because the weight is so out front. The motor's out front, and they stretch that body a little bit. We'll see if the former Grand National champ can make it happen right here as he sets the sled a little bit closer to the right sideline, and here he comes. Full pull for Brent Nation as he takes it right out the end. Brent Nation, they got to tell you, that's got to feel pretty good. It looked like the track 3 a little bit at about the 250 mark.
Yeah, I touched the brake there a little bit, about 250. Not too hard, but it does want to throw you a little.
Well, we'll see what happens in the pull-off.
Yep, thank you, dog.
Brent Nation, number 2 in the pull-off. He and Roger Simon, to this point, will come back and have a pull-off, and we'll have it coming up. Welcome back to the Lions Grand Nationals, to the Super Bowl of the South here in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. 572 cubic inches of Aries power right here. Franklin, Kentucky, Brad Cook, and out of control. We've got just a handful of competitors left. 2 out the gate in the pull-off, Brent Nation and Roger Simon. These guys have been battling all year long. Brad Cook and out of control. Here he comes. We'll see how this big Aries power plant can work. 572 cubic inches. .290 feet and 9 inches for Brad Cook. Greg Hathaway out of Washington, Pennsylvania. Again, the college student who spends his summer pulling. Hathaway right now sitting in about 4th spot. But this truck right here led the nation in points early on in this competition season. But they've had some problems with it, and they cannot really figure out what the problem has been. They've been finishing out of the top 3, which is very unusual for a Humco vehicle. Greg Hathaway wants to redeem himself, and he'd like to be able to do so right here at the Lions Grand Nationals. He definitely has the talent. They definitely have the machine, but there's something just not right in the equation. We'll see what happens here, as this is the second Humco hook. Humco again, Bill Humphrey and company. Bill owns the vehicles. The Hathaways drive and maintain them, and Bill Humphrey is here, and he wants to see this spike truck make it happen. Greg Hathaway gets set, 19 years of age, and here he comes. I don't believe it. I was so sure that he was so close, but Greg Hathaway still needs a little bit more to that equation. 298 feet, 1 inch. Not enough to join the other 2 fellas in the full pull-off. Here comes Nolan Hall, the Wolverine hauler, in a Ford, 1985 Ford, out of the state of Michigan, Mason, Michigan. He's a tough competitor. Again, only hooking at the Grand National a couple of times, so a pro national performer and a great state level puller. But Nolan Hall has got what it takes to come out the distance. Gets the green flag, tightens the chain, and here he comes. Got it hooked up very, very well. Good weight placement there, but it's just going to be a little bit short. But an excellent opportunity for the man out of Mason, Michigan, to test that Ford Ranger against the big boys here on the Copenhagen Skull Grand National Pulling Circuit. Floyd Hilton in a 1969 Porsche. Just underneath 600 cubic inches of pulling power right here. And again, this is one of those vehicles where you kind of have to use your imagination, but it is. It started out as a 69 Porsche, and Floyd Hilton is ready to roll. Floyd spots the sled again a little bit off center right here, and we'll see what happens as he tugs the Lutke eliminator. But again, only 2 involved in the pull-off. This our last competitor in the class before we end up for our pull-off. A beautiful night for pulling action, a good crowd, and lots of great things happening here on the grounds of Chapel Hill, Tennessee. But right now, here comes Floyd Hilton. A good straight run for the man, and it kills immediately right there on Floyd Hilton. But almost a picture-perfect straight run. He's going to be a little bit close, but a fine effort for the man from Royal City, Indiana. Well, we know 3 through the rest of the also-rans, but we don't know who the top 2 pullers will be in our 2-wheel drive class. Will it be Roger Simon, or will it be Brent Nation? We'll find out right after this.
Got money wherever I go. See me.
in the two-wheel drive class. We've got 2 left in the pull-off. They reweight the sled, and here we go. Roger Simon out of Farley, Iowa, leading the points to this point in the season. And Brent Nation, last year's NTPA Grand National Champion. Roger Simon spots the sled very, very close to the right sideline. We'll see if that's going to be the winning mark here in our pull-off of the two-wheel drive class. Simon says pulling team, Roger Simon. And again, they want the Grand National title. Last year, they lost it by 1 point. They got to have it right here. Spot the sled on the right side. Here comes the man out of Farley, Iowa, in the Dodge. Great effort for Roger Simon, and Simon says, and Mopar fans, you gotta love it. That's one hot running Dodge right there. The distance for Roger Simon, 292 feet, 9 inches. That's the mark that Brent Nation's gonna have to shoot for. Brent Nation in the Sundowner, 292 feet, 9 inches. That's what the Dodge just said. This is a Ford. We'll see what happens. It's powered by an Arius power plant, and we're going to see if he can make it happen. This young man has got lots of pulling experience for as young as he is, and he's the reigning NTPA two-wheel drive champ. Here he comes. Something cut loose right there. The engine starts to misfire, and it's going to be real close, but I don't think he's got it. Roger Simon may have caught the win on a little bit of bad luck there from the young man out of Kansas. Well, Brent Nation, I don't know what happened right there, but it sounded like the old Arius cut loose.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little problem in the timing, probably.
A tough situation for you, but it looked like a pretty good pass as you started out.
Yeah, I'd have made a lot better run probably if it hadn't done that.
Well, we'll wish you the best of luck. There's still another shot tomorrow.
Thank you.
Brent Nation comes in second place, and the Dodge will win this time around right here. But he gets a good round of applause. A sharp-looking vehicle, but the young man disappointed right there as the motor cuts loose. Roger Simon, 2 great passes. The first one in a full pull, and you come back the second time. Tell us about that second ride.
Well, that second run, we moved 400 pounds up from the back to the front, and we thought it was enough, and we got about 240. I had to stand on the brake real hard, and she glared off the other side, and we just left the vehicle do its thing, and it was good enough tonight.
I'll tell you something. You really needed that win here in the points race.
Yes, I did. That should put me up another couple points up in the lead, and yeah, I'd rather be, ahead of the points instead of behind.
That's true. You've got a great team behind you, what with Steve Olson and Gary Selling, the whole crew.
Yes, we're calling it, as Simon says, pulling team right now, and we might change it next year because we might go the SOS pulling team. That means Simon, Olson, and Slane. We need help from you fans so we can have a good pull every time.
Well, I tell you something, a great effort for you.
Thank you, and I want to thank Miller Brewing. They're definitely helping us this year to be competitive, more competitive than last year. So it's a good pull here. Big crowd and a lot of tough competition, Doc.
You betcha. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Roger Simon out of Farley, Iowa. Simon Says pulling team. They capture the #1 spot here at the Lions Grand Nationals in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, presented by Echo Outdoor Power. For Power Pack Motorsports, I'm Doc Riley. We'll talk to you again real soon.
You get your money from selling oil.